Hey, Pete here. Welcome back to the continuing saga of trying to get the 1973 FJ40 running. A lot of work to do on it, and we're closing in. All right, here we go.
All right, we're coming up on top dead center, number one cylinder on the compression stroke. And now I gotta check the timing mark down by the starter.
So this is the fixed pointer on the bell housing, and this is the BB they call it, which is the timing mark. As you're rotating the crankshaft in the direction of rotation, this BB will start moving up. And when it's perfectly aligned with that pointer, you're at your timing mark. You can insert your distributor. Here's another view, timing mark, the pointer here, and the BB. And you can see it's gone just a little bit past. And you don't want to just back it up to line it up, because there's backlash in the gears and the system inside your engine. And if you back it up, you're going to have that backlash. So if you're going to back it up a good distance, and then come back again forward and try to stop right on the mark. If you go past, do it all over again. You can rotate the engine all the way around. You'd have to go 2 complete revolutions and bring it around again. Or you can back it up just a good distance till it's out of view and bring it forward until you just hit the mark. All right.
That's a little brittle. I want to wrap some packing tape around this, just so we can slide that new O-ring up. Okay. Oh, there's the groove for the O-ring, and I got some. You can use anything, Ziploc bag, baggie, tape, anything, just to, when you slide this O-ring up, and lube this up with some grease so it slides right up into position. Alright, we got a little grease here, just gonna coat that guy. New O-ring, lubricate that thing up, and let's see if we can stretch this thing into position here. There we go. Right in there. It's lubricated. Now we'll pull the tape off. There we go. Alright, I can see the slot down there in the oil pump gear, and it's pointing right at basically number 4 cylinder, which is right where it's supposed to be. So we got the distributor all oiled up, lubed up, got some grease on the gear. We're going to slide it in there. We're going to start with the rotor pointing over a little bit in here, because that's a spiral gear, helical or whatever they call it. And as it slides in, the rotor is going to back up. And we want the rotor to be in line with that slot. So we're going to put it a little bit over here, and then as we lower the distributor into position, it should rotate in. And here's our distributor. It's all lubed up there, lubed up O-ring. There's a number 1 mark on the distributor housing. That's where the number 1 spark plug wire is on the distributor cap. So we're going to rotate this back, or clockwise, just a little bit, so that it's going to enter the gear before it enters the slot. So should be somewhere right around there. Give it a try. Okay, so That's I think that's off at 2. I'm gonna pull it out and reposition it. Let's see what we got here. There's the mark where the cap goes, and the rotor's lined up with that, and it's pointing here at number 4. So I think we got it right there.
Well, spoiler alert here. I fought this thing for quite a while, and it turned out the O-ring was too fat. Cross section of the O-ring would not allow this distributor to slip into the hole in the crankcase. The O-ring was just too fat. Did some research, went on Mud, I Hate Mud, and found a conversation on there about these O-rings, and that's turns out I got the wrong O-ring from one of the vendors out there, and it just won't fit. Other people run into the exact same problem.
All right, well, I've been fighting with this thing for a good 15-20 minutes, just trying to get it in, and I finally took the O-ring off. It just seemed like it was binding on the O-ring, and it went right in first try. So I got a feeling that O-ring is too thick for this application. It sticks out pretty far, and just as much force as I could put on this distributor. I put the cap on like this, and I just put all my weight, a couple 100 pounds of my weight, as much as I could get on there, and I pushed and held and just hoped it would pop in, but it just wouldn't go. Kept thinking I was doing something wrong. First try without the O-ring, and it slips right in. So I need a smaller diameter O-ring, I think. Or there's a secret that I don't know. All right, back to the drawing board. All right, I think we're going to do a spark test here. I got a coil wire positioned right here to see if there's any spark to the rocket cover. Okay, we're getting a spark at the coil wire. Well, that's positive. Got a spark at the coil, so next step is put the plug wires on, put the plugs in, and get some gas to it. I'm going to be watching all these joints over here to see if they leak. If I see any seepage or anything, if you see something splashing there, let me know right away, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. Okay, we got a leak over here.
And right there. Right when I started seeing it, it kind of sprayed out a little bit. And then I saw it bubble right there.
All right.
Yeah, there's definitely gas in there now.
Sweet. Got everything ready. All the plugs are in. Plug wires are hooked up, hopefully in the right order. Got a fire extinguisher ready. This is really just to see if it fires off. If it fires off, probably gonna shut it down. I don't have any water going through it. I don't want to ruin seals, water seals, and things like that. It's really just to see if it fires. If it fires, then I'll hook up a water flow system in there and see if it runs. So I think we're ready. All I gotta do is hook up the battery, touch this on there, start it cranking, watch for leaks, see if it fires. Make sure it's not in gear. All right, here we go. Well, I just tightened that fitting up. It was pretty tight, so I'm not sure that was a problem, but try it again. Okay, nothing. All right, just pull the plug out. It's getting spark, so that's promising. Doesn't have much compression. I don't know if you saw the the video when I did a compression check. But really low, like 30, 40s or something like that, 25, 30. Thought it would be enough to fire it off. At least hear a cough or sputter, but nothing yet. The starter connection down there is getting a little warm. I have to let it rest for a while. Figure this out. Well, it appears this one doesn't want to start up. It could be the low compression. If you saw the earlier video, I think the best cylinder was 70 or 60 or something. I thought it would fire with some starting fluid, at least make a bark or a puff or something. But so I'm not giving up yet. As far as pulling the engine and putting the 2F in here or something. I do have a new option now. I got another engine. But I just want to double check the coils are working really well. I'm getting spark. Don't know if it's bright enough, strong enough. And I also want to put some more ATF and some various oils in the cylinder and crank it over and spin it. See if I can knock a little bit of stuff off those rings, maybe bring the compression up a little bit. So we're not pulling the plug on this project yet, as far as just aborting with this and putting the other engine in. So that being said, the 70 runs pretty good. Needs a clutch, otherwise it could be a daily driver. And I do need to finish up replacing the brake lines for the rear brakes. All the front brakes are done. And this thing could be a daily driver. But now I'm kind of thinking about moving on to this guy, the 68. We'll figure something out. We'll take plenty of videos and bring you along on the ride. So appreciate you joining in on the channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Trying to build the channel, and it would really help. So, all right, keep you posted.